What is up, comrades? MF Kraven here with another less than 10-minute review. Today we look at Cardaclysm, a procedurally generated card game with top-down RPG-esque elements in which your goal is to take down the four horsemen of the apocalypse in card battle. Will Cardaclysm shift the paradigm in an already saturated deck building genre, or will it get lost in the shuffle? Let's find out. Graphics, sound, and art style. Let me tell you one of my favorite aspects of this game, the procedurally generated worlds. There are a few worlds in which you will embark on from the tavern, and all of them look great. The art style shines through in making the player feel like they're in an epic Dungeons and Dragons type of setting. Unfortunately, the sound and music in this game are rather forgettable, and what a shame, because while playing Cardaclysm, visually, I'm engaged. Gameplay. Cardaclysm has a simplistic system for the card game aspect of it. You are given golden runes and soul orbs. Each card costs a set amount of golden runes and soul orbs to summon onto the battlefield. For example, the Scorpion card requires 9 golden runes and 1 soul orb to summon. The runes and orbs are randomly given to you on each run out of the tavern in one of these procedurally generated worlds. So in theory, the more runs you do, the more you receive to use. Attacks show how much damage the card will inflict on an opponent. However, every first time an opponent is attacked and not killed, they will retaliate and attack back, dealing the damage of their attack to your health points. And each card's HP is measured by their health. Cards have different abilities like Poison, which will inflict 1 HP on your opponent after each turn, and Regeneration that will heal 1 of your health points after each turn. There are also spells which you can use that will be casted using golden runes, and each deck consists of 14 cards, many which will not be used in each battle. But making a symmetry of cards to place in your deck is the challenge that Cardaclysm brings to the tired genre. After each battle, you will receive loot, which will consist of 1 to 3 cards, and being an RNG heavy game, you will often receive duplicates. Some cards can be combined to level the stats and effects of those cards, and a rune system is set in place to help the player in need of different cards. After a few battles, you will receive access to a chest where you can dispose of cards or store cards to gain runes, a currency in which you use to buy cards from a man selling them in the interdimensional tavern. Every time you're in the tavern, you can pick up random quests that help you build your deck or items that you can equip to give you buffs. Then you're off to another randomly created world where you must defeat all monsters on and find a rune key to escape back to the interdimensional tavern through a portal. But upon defeating the last monster, the boss, or one of the 4 horsemen, will come through the portal from which you came from and start looking for you. It's up to you whether you face them or run through the portal and wait to get just a bit stronger. But the game will notify you when you can theoretically go up against a boss, so you don't overshoot your grinding. Price: $14.99 USD. How many hours estimated? Cardaclysm, in my opinion, was made to be a grind fest. I'm about 7 hours in and barely feel capable enough to defeat the first horseman of the apocalypse with 100 plus golden runes and 10 soul orbs. Final thoughts. Upon going back and reading what I wrote under gameplay, I suppose I was lying when I said it was simplistic. When explained, it sounds a lot more complicated than in practice. Cardaclysm doesn't have a steep learning curve and is heavily reliant on grinding with the promise of RNG. This will immediately turn off people like my good friend Ray are reviewing. Cardaclysm is manifesting itself as a double-edged sword. I love a good grind, but some of the battles feel monotonous. Having the boss run after you could be fun or scary at first, but usually they come through the entrance and nowhere near you. You'd have to wait for the boss to run to you, which could very well take a couple of minutes.
you running? Why are you running?
I'd love to see maps implement having to go back close to the beginning of the map so that you have that impending battle lingering over your head. Could I beat the boss, or should I trick him into chasing me so I can get around him? I'd love to see multiple sets of decks being ready to take from a tavern. I'd love to see a mini-map of each level with a debuff of not being able to see it in night levels or something. The mentality of I'd love to see quickly became my problem with the game, as it just feels incomplete. It has the feel of a free-to-play mobile game, but damn it, when it's fun, it's fun. Cardaclysm shines in those moments when you're taking on a challenging set of foes and your card synergy just aligns just right. It's a pity most battles aren't as engaging and will just have you overpower your opponents. My review took so long to come out because I went through as much as I could to make a good and conscious decision on whether or not I want to recommend this game. Overall, though, there is a nice system in place that can be improved upon with updates. The asking price is only $14.99 USD, and at the end of the day, I personally like the grinding mechanic. So I'm saying, buy it now. But with a heavy wait for sale on the side, just because on launch week, it was 40% off. And seeing these mixed reviews, it makes me believe that we're going to be seeing Cardaclysm go on sale a lot. And it's a shame because the developers seem to put their heart and soul in this game. And as a last side note, if they were to make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game similar to this mechanic, I think that the Cardaclysm, I think that Bandai Namco, I think those are the people that are that have the rights to Yu-Gi-Oh! Should hit these guys up immediately, because I can see a great AAA game coming straight from them.